Welcome to Belltown 2025, trying something a little bit different with this video. Here on the start line, Colin is giving Bob a little bit of shit for starting in easy gear, but we'll see both Colin and Bob get off the line a little bit slower than Bricado, and it's Wyatt Pratt there on the right. So the start's a little bit... it's not a great start here for me, and you'll see Patrick Wobble, who's very much back. So we'll see here, Wobble is very much back, and he's going to come up through the right side right there, gets onto this other junior's side here, and a little sketchy there for a second, but he threads that needle real well. And I've just dropped back a few spots. Seated ninth going in, so I wasn't absolutely thrilled with my start here at all. I seem to be missing some top end power. I think I'm actually just quite fatigued from not resting enough lately. But I get into an okay spot and try to come around the left out here, but this corner is quite tight. We get a quick, really tight right and then a quick left here. So I'm pretty happy to be where I am. So coming up here on the right. I think here able to maintain position a bit. Coming into this first set of tight corners, and there is a very slippery, loose gravel right-hand turn coming up after this tight tree. I like what they changed here on the course, made it a little bit more interesting. This has always been a tricky spot on this course. Right here, you can see, I think that's Trevor Bobbins in front of me. I think I have his name right. Ended up racing with him later. And that corner, unfortunately, will prove pretty important for my race later. A little bit of foreshadowing. Some really tricky tight turns down here that required a bit of focus. Definitely had a speed limit. This one in particular right here. There's a cheat line through there. Not really, it's not a cheat line, but there's a tighter line over the pavement there that you'll see me and then Trevor, hope that's his name, start to use later in the race. Yeah, this TTE Endurance junior here in front of me. I think it's like 14 or 15 years old, racing really well. Seemed to be happy that he was beating Wyatt Pratt in this race. Currently we're behind Wyatt and a bunch of others. Wobble, at this point, I hear from the folks who finished second and third, is long gone, has really taken off. So he's clearly quite back. This power uphill has always been a strong part of the course for me. This first lap, I was clearly, even though it was so hot, I just was not fully there yet. You can see these guys getting away from me, and this was not happening later in the race in my group. So I'm losing a little bit of time here, a little bit of a gap opening up. No one coming around me, I don't think. End up being able to kind of coast into the back of these guys anyhow. This course feels like it's gotten a bit rockier, a bit rougher this year. It's just been ridden in quite a bit. Feeling strong on the run-up this year despite not really doing any running. Some maintenance weightlifting seems to really do the trick for running up this damn hill 7 times at race pace. And I'm starting to catch back onto Bob here a little bit. Bob Weldon, who I'm often racing with, we're pretty evenly matched. So I've got him in my sights. And looking forward to hopefully passing him up on the airline trail, which I do, but then you'll see he passes me back pretty quickly when I take the wrong line down the hill at the end of this. So there were two choices here this year, which was good in theory. I take this outer line, which was definitely not the line. In theory, it had a better exit, but it really doesn't. And it's slow, and there's a bump on it. And you can see Bob there took the left line and passes me. So definitely gave up some space there, which was dumb. There were two lines on that left line. Bob checking his rear tub there, seeing what's going on. So I kind of knew that, okay, he's not trusting his equipment. I'm going to try and get past him in this next bit. There's a couple lines in that left that I think you'll see later in the video. And the one to the right was the better line, even though it was a little bit rockier. This power section's excellent. Somebody crashes down here. You can see the tape is out.
I'm not sure.
Tape is out. Rider slowing up. That rider was staged ahead of me, and I think I end up beating him. Hard to know. A few people streamed past me in the eventual crash. Coming through some race day sections here. This was the B line. For the, actually that's the A line, just to the right of the A line for the Belltown race day race that was here earlier this year, the mountain bike race. This part I was happy with how I performed here. There's 4 racers in front of me, and I believe I passed all 4 of them in this spot. Maybe not Wyatt, who's off the front there running quickly over the barriers, but past 2. And then I'm going to get past Mercado here.
Left, right, sorry.
Unfortunately gave him a left and then a right. I was a little bit out of my head. It was quite hot at this race. It was about 85 degrees with the heat index. Started with a bunch of blocks of ice down my neck. Yeah, going after Wyatt here. So I passed 3 of those 4. It was not ever, I didn't really have the capability to try to go after the group in front of us here, so this ends up becoming my group. Bobbins and I end up working together. I think Wyatt was feeling the heat. It seems like a lot of these younger guys, some of the younger guys, maybe not as heat adapted, struggling in the heat a little bit. In that slippery corner, waiting to turn until out of the gravel and onto the dirt was my focus each of those laps. Not trying to get too finessey there. Yeah, you can see the lead group there. Miles, Colin, they're quite a ways ahead at this point. At least about 15 seconds. 10, 15 seconds. Let's start a lap 2 here. Here I take that fun alternate line through the pavement section, which was faster. Tricky little corner there, where you could kind of bang it off that tree, which was fun. Carrying speed out of that sand trap and up this hill, definitely important. Able to pass folks here later in the race. and that lead group is just extending its lead at this point. At this point, I believe I'm at about 5th in the race, maybe 6th in the race. Arthur Chen, who's up there, also eventually crashes out, probably in the same spot I did or near it. Had a chance to talk with him after the race. Came out from Boston for this and was racing very strong. Had a very, very fast first lap and maybe seemed to slow down a little bit after that. If that's heat or just maybe went out a little too hot. But given all the DNFs, the people who didn't complete, kind of in virtual 5th at this point. And the TTE Endurance Junior Bobbins is right on my tail basically at this point. There's some really big rocks, dangerous rocks in that area. Definitely a few flats happening there for folks throughout the race. So that was an important part, just to be very wary of one's line. So here I'm happy to have this junior come in front of me, and we start kind of working together here a little bit more. Or at least that's my plan. I'm going to let him stay out front. There definitely was a bit of a headwind, tornado warnings in the area. Oh yeah, and we see Wyatt's still here in this spot. I think this is kind of his last gasp for this race. Because we drop him in the power straight coming up. But anyhow, drafting definitely helped and mattered in this race in a few of the power stretches. This one we have a tailwind, but still helpful. We'll see here that he... Oh, no, he doesn't take that cut yet. Next lap. Kind of funny to be in this race between these two juniors in some ways, because this kid is clearly worried about Pratt, and as far as he's concerned, I'm maybe not even there. At least it seems like it. The invisible old man, which is fine. Okay, so at this point, if power and heart rate data are still here, ignore them. They are not going to be synced up. This is, I think we've got probably about to come through 2 laps to go. He whips past me here, which I'm happy to have him do, so he can pull in this next start straight. And there are a few racers behind us at this point, nipping at the heels a little bit. Definitely a little bit concerned about them, so wanting to keep the pace up.
Let's work together.
Yeah, and so here I decided to sit on and encourage us to work together. Tell him I'll pull in the next straight. And again, come in here into same spot. The young man passes me again. And this time I'm not going to have anything of it in the finish straight here. Rip past him, encouraging him to get on my wheel since he's done work for me, and zoom towards my unfortunate fate. I believe this is 2 laps to go at this point. In 5th place, cruising towards a 5th place finish. I feel like I had a clear sense of where I could put a hurt on the young man in the final lap to drop him, and would have ended up in that spot. I get distracted by that kid there along the tree. He was kind of messing around in the course, and I don't know if I went into promoter brain, but lose my focus, and I stopped paying close attention in this corner, and wham. It's not all she wrote. I thought maybe it was all she wrote. The rear derailleur hanger ended up being quite bent, and I stop here at the top of this hill. Things are rattling around like crazy. The derailleur was a mess, and I was able to pull it back together a little bit. You can see people starting to pass me here. Thought maybe I was done, and luckily was able to get it spinning again. Didn't lose as many positions as I had feared, and was able to put out good power and finish out the race, getting 7th place.